game.
DHL is proud to support the 2004 U.S. Olympic team.
Lester Holt back with you in our Olympic studios. There were medals awarded in the Greco-Roman wrestling competition yesterday. In the 66-kilogram category, Farid Mansourov of Azerbaijan, the silver medalist in Sydney, was golden in Greece. Russian Alexei Mishin grappled good enough for the gold medal in the 84-kilogram category. In the 120-kilogram weight class, American Rulon Gardner did win the bronze, but the moment was bittersweet for the man who had been so devoted and had brought so much attention to his sport. This was his last competition, a fact he expressed with a gesture. He left his wrestling shoes on the mat. Gardner's last Olympic experience was to take his place in the podium alongside the gold medal winner, Russian Kaizen Wrestling. And we have more Greco-Roman action for you today, qualifying for semifinal matches contested over at the Olympic Hall. And with the call, here are Russ Hellickson and Jeff Blatnick.
This is 60 kilograms, 132 pounds. This is a semifinal match in this weight division, and you are looking at Armen Nazarian, the most dominant Greco-Roman wrestler competing today. He was a two-time Olympic champion, a two-time world champion. He's won 7 medals in world competition. He won in the quarterfinals today over Sasimoto of Japan in a real controversial call. And for more on that, let's go to Len Berman.
Well, Russ, the good news is they use video replay in the sport of wrestling. The bad news is they only use the replay camera on the mat, not the broadcast replays. Here's what we picked up. Nazarian in red clearly hooked Sasimoto's backside with his hand. That is a no-no in Greco-Roman wrestling. You cannot gain advantage on your opponent below the waist. The Japanese delegation went around with their video replays showing everybody in sight. They were incensed that this was not called. At one point after that, a soda bottle came flying onto the mat. A dangerous situation. Sasimoto's wife was in tears, but the officials ruled it was just too close to call. And that ruling stands. There's no mechanism for protest in the sport of wrestling.
Well, they have only one camera angle for a look at that situation. And obviously a little bit of controversy in this situation, but right now he is in the quarterfinals here, advanced from the quarterfinals into the semifinals, and he will be going against Jung Ji-hoon of Korea. He's an Asian champion. He's 21 years of age out of Seoul, and he's taking on one of the toughest guys in Greco-Roman wrestling. 2 3-minute periods in all international wrestling matches. 3 officials on the match. 2 of the 3 must agree for any calls to be made. The winner of this match will advance into the gold medal match in this weight division.
When I talked with the U.S. coaches, they identified Nazarian as the baddest, the nastiest of all the Greco-Roman competitors that are here at the Olympic Games. His signature move, the reverse lift, and he likes to do it when he puts his opponent down on the mat.
And here's the monitors that the officials will use. This is their angle.
We've seen a lot of controversial situations that resulted in critical points that determine the outcome of the match. And they only have one angle to view from. What Fila needs to do is have multiple angles so that they have better view, make a correct call, and if it's close, the fairest call.
And obviously anytime you have human beings judging, there will be question, but they try to be as fair as possible in the situation. And the great Armen Nazarian is here. He's been called for passivity. He's on the bottom right now. And Jung will try to work some sort of a turn. Well, they're going to, it's a false start in that bottom position for Nazarian, and he's going to be penalized for that. And Jung will get a point.
Jung gets the point, and he keeps Nazarian down. Nazarian obviously very respectful of the ability of Jung on top, and he gets the escape anyway. Let's see if it's confirmed. It is 1-1 now, your score.
And they are back on their feet. The score is knotted. It was 0-0 before that flurry, and very quickly we see an exchange of point by both of the competitors. 60 kilograms, semifinal match in this weight division. The winner advances to the gold medal match.
Look for one of the wrestlers to really pick up the action, try to dominate the hand fighting, take control of the center of the mat and earn a passivity call against his opponent. That is Nazarian's.
And we will have a question here. Here's a look at that escape.
Blowing the hips out, hand control, and able to turn, face his opponent, and immediately engage. And that's a critical component of earning an escape point.
Well, there was not a passivity call. The referee had to make a uniform adjustment there. We broke action, come back here now to the center of the mat with just 1 minute remaining in the first period. 1-1 knotted between the defending Olympic champion Nazarian in this weight class and the youngster out of Korea, Jung Ji-hoon.
Nazarian now taking control of the center of the mat, pushing Jung towards the out of bounds, but still no passive call.
Three officials, 2 of the 3 must agree for any kind of passivity call or points to be awarded. And we're getting a passivity call right now against Jung.
And this is where Nazarian does his best work. Perhaps Jung will try a stand-up, get out of there right away so Nazarian can't get his offense on track. But look for Nazarian to go to the reverse lift. If his opponent backs away, he'll slide it up towards the head. Otherwise, he'll stay near the waist, hoist him to his hip, and try to launch him in a big throw.
And we saw in that first flurry where there was an exchange, you get a warning if you jump, and then the next one is a point. That's what happened. That's how Jung got his first point. But we start this one clear. Nazarian moves up to the head. Very tough in this position.
He is, and he's trying to wedge the head under his chest to do that. But the referee blew the whistle. Referee blew the whistle, said too much time had elapsed. He didn't use the hold, back to the standing position.
Well, time running down in the first period. It is tied at 1-1. 8 seconds to go. Attempt for there by a throw by Nazarian, but it's countered out by Jung. Exchange of position. 1 point for the Korean right at the buzzer. Does he get it? We'll have to find out. We go into the break tied 1-1 at 60 kilograms. We're at 60 kilograms, 132 pounds in the semifinals here. Arman Nazarian of Bulgaria, you're looking at him there, is tied right now 1-1 with Jung Ji-hoon of Korea. We thought at the end of the first period there was an exchange of action and perhaps a point, but the officials have to take a look at it. They're still looking at it now. Here was the action.
And Nazarian tried a roll on Jung. Clearly went through his back, but it was his move. The determining factor will be, did Jung hold him there so that Nazarian had a bridge off? And they are giving the points to Jung. 3-1 now you score. That was a 2-point back exposure when Nazarian just barely paused on his back. They'll count that as a score.
And once again, their angle gives them a perspective on it. They did award Jung the 2 points. He is ahead of the defending Olympic champion right now, 3-1. This is the second period. It is 3 minutes in length. We will go to that 6-minute mark. And right now, they already have 3 points. Jung has the 3. We can't go into an overtime unless it's tied. If we were tied 3-3, 4-4 at the end of 6, we'd hit the overtime. But right now, if there's a point disparity, the match will be over. So we don't have to look at the always common overtime here in Greco-Roman wrestling. Right now, just over 2 minutes remaining in the second period. And there is a passivity call against Jung, called by the referee. No confirmation from Matt Chairman or Matt Judge. Wrestling continues.
Passivity is when one of the wrestlers is closed. He's not opening up, not being aggressive. And that was not confirmed. Wrestling action continues. And you got to give credit to Jung. He's moving forward, trying to keep his back to the center of the mat. That prevents that passivity call from happening.
Well, would this be a major upset, Jeff?
I would consider it a major upset. Of course it would be a major upset. Nazarian, well respected, got away with what I think was a tough call by Fila against the Japanese wrestler Sasimoto to get to the semifinals. But they are not coming to his aid here. Jung hanging in there tough. Question is, was that a trip? Referee is calling a trip. Judge put up a point for a takedown. This will probably go to review as well.
Well, the referee immediately called a block on the leg. His hand,
looked like it.
It looked like it.
Right here, and there the hand and the knee. Well, we didn't really get a good look at it there. It appeared that Nazarian's left knee came into Jung's leg and brought him down.
And again, here is the angle that they will look at to try to determine the validity of the call.
They should get a pretty good view of it there. And they're going to probably call a trip on this.
The hand is on the backside. They drop it down, but no points. It is cleared. We're back to the center of the match. Nazarian, your defending Olympic champion, he's probably not wrestled in a lot of situations where he's behind like this, Jeff.
Not this deep into a match. His only hope is to get a passivity call against Jung. Jung has dominated the standing position. Being able to push Nazarian back, he's the first to initiate, and he's constantly moving in.
And that will be a passivity call with just 45 seconds remaining in regulation time. And again, we have a hesitation in the match. The officials are going to the video again. They're looking at some issue, but they're addressing the referee, telling him to start the match. Well, it isn't running as smoothly as it's supposed to, Jeff.
No,
3-1 right now for the Korean, and we're contemplating another issue right now before we restart this match. 45 seconds remaining. The winner advances to the gold medal match.
They ran out of tape in the camera. They just loaded another cassette back into the camera. They're about to resume action. All of this is recorded. And a hand to the face of Nazarian.
Well, after that long delay, they butted heads as they began here. Nazarian aggressive here, eager to get back in this match, and now he's going to have to take a little bit of a pause here to address a nose issue.
And this is a lung break for him. He gets to gather up. Let's look at the contact. There's the headbutt clearly into the side of the face of Nazarian. And there are doctors and trainers attending to him. And this gives him a chance to gather up his energy for a real sprint here. 44 seconds remain. Can the two-time Olympic champion come back and have an opportunity at a third gold medal? Thus far, Jung has said no.
30 seconds remaining. One of the greatest Greco wrestlers going at it today is behind in this match 3-1. 28 seconds to go.
And this is it. This is going to be it. And look at Nazarian. He goes over, hands the cotton that he had put in his nose to stop the bleeding to his coach. And he is going to get a chance on top of Jung. And this is where Nazarian is the most dangerous. This is where he established that reputation as being the baddest right now in the Greco-Roman style. Watch for the reverse lift thrust is his MO.
If Nazarian is in quest of that third gold medal, it's all coming down this last 20 seconds, and perhaps this hold that he right now has on Jung, and Jung breaks out of it. Well, he's looking at his arm. No point there. 10 seconds to go. Time is running down. The defending Olympic champion is going to lose his grasp on that position right now.
A masterful job by Jung. He defended on the mat, and he was the aggressor in the standing position.
So Jung Ji-woon, 21-year-old, out of Korea, will upset the defending Olympic champion in this weight division. That's 132 pounds. We've seen a lot of upsets in this game. A lot of hungry young guys coming along. You're looking at one right there. Jung Ji-woon of Korea. A partisan crowd for him at the venue here. Jung Ji-woon, 132 pound. This was the semifinal, so he will have a shot at the gold medal here as he's congratulated by his coach. Armin Nazarian was upset here in this match. You're looking at Nazarian, two-time Olympic champion. His quest is over. He will not have an opportunity, and Jung Ji-woon of Korea will advance.